that away.
Not today. On today of all days, in a heat wave. Not about that.
Brian, do you want to count us in? Or like we just need
Cheers.
to start talking? Oh,
Yeah,
we
we're talking because we're
oh.
Banana
like,
Coke. Oh, hey.
Oh hey.
oh hey.
Cheers from banana soda.
I do need to try that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hello. Greetings from Paris. That's where Deja and I are.
Crabs and berries.
Yes. Where we're coming from. Everybody else I think is in their usual location.
LA-ish for both me
LA.
and Janine.
Mhm. LA adjacent.
Elliot, Jason, I was at a networking thing last week and I realized that I need to stop saying no when people are like, "Are you from LA?" And I'm like, "Well, kind of." And then it turns into this explaining thing where I'm like, "I'm in the suburbs. I'm in the last city on LA County line." And then it's like it's a yes or no question and I need to figure out how to get away from it. And I think the answer is just saying yes and then hoping the conversation moves on.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I'm
at
like,
the Cannes Festival, our producers told us they were like, if somebody asks where you're from, you say LA or New York. You do not say any other option because nobody's going to listen to you unless you say those two things.
This is true.
no, it's real. And I'm like, I'm just now I'm the girl that's just yapping. So
Yeah,
we'll
they're the
work
two
on it.
motion cities, so
Yeah.
Two motion signings. Speaking of motion, do we want to get into some stuff that's been happening on the internet recently?
yes,
Yeah.
please.
So last night, a couple of interesting things happened that I wanted to talk about. We had the second televised Las Culturistas Culture Awards 2026. It is, of course, hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang of the Las Culturistas podcast. This is not the second year that they've actually done it. They've done it a couple of years in a row, but this is the second time it was televised on Bravo. This happened last night. I will admit I did not watch it. I consumed all of it secondhand through Instagram Reels. But there was quite a selection of different different awards. I will say it didn't hold up the same as last year, but it is an award show where they have the most wild categories, and they make up their own responses. So, Artist of the Millennium, of course, RuPaul, and that one kind of makes sense. But then as you go down the list. You have the Eva Longoria Award for Tiny Woman, Huge Impact, and the girl from Duolingo, the owl, who we know to be Zaria Parvez, was nominated and won for that category. So it was a really fun time. Um, and yeah, what
So we also wanted to join in on the fun. So we're gonna tell you the category that we think we would have won for. So my name is Deja, and I think I would have won for yes, award for the girl who we learned about this year and loved.
and then award I would have won for probably most iconic building or structure. Um, that's what I'm going for.
This is
I think
This is Benton.
hi, I'm Dana, and I think I would have won for Hillary Duff Award for Millennial Excellence. Like,
yes.
I'm just old.
No contest.
And my name is Janine, and for my award, I believe I would get the Allison Williams Cool Girl Award. I just
Very cool girl.
finished Girls last night, all late, and I love that movie, Gone Girl.
Hell yeah. So, Las Culturistas says this was doing something really interesting to me, and it ties into something else that happened last night that premiered for the first time. Julian Shapiro Barnum, who is the host of Recess Therapy, most notably, where he interviews children on short form content. He hosted his first episode of his late night show called Outside Tonight with Caleb Heron, amongst other guests. And I just thought that this was really interesting because we've got two things happening on the same night that are essentially content creators or people who make content for the internet that is primarily consumed that way, um, turning into TV, like taking their formats and putting them on TV and reviving TV formats through content. Because Julian opens the show and he says that he's taking all of the best parts of bite-sized content because that's what late night is different bits and putting them together for one new show that he hopes will save late night. And I just think this is an interesting thread to be following right now.
Totally.
I think this is interesting because like after the whole, like Trump versus Stephen Colbert find that like let's fine CBS because the network is allowing this platformed comedian to, speak negatively about the government. Like it's interesting that this return to late night is including all of the things that are really enjoyable, like all of the late night aspects that get turned into content. Now it's just starting as content and it's decentralized from these larger networks. And obviously this is presented by YouTube. So now it's like, well, where will the attention go? Like, is YouTube responsible for this, or is it just like solely on the creator to be responsible for their actions as far as the government's concerned? I think it's going to be super funny. I think this is a great move, especially as like phones become TV and TVs become movies. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, but I
Microdrama.
think this is
Definitely
cool. I think this is really cool.
I
Hmm.
definitely think there's something to be said too for the fact that old late night, before it was just Jimmy Fallon interviews guests who has upcoming project coming out, it was more of a variety show. It was you had doctors come on and speaking to celebrities, like having these chance encounters that you would never have otherwise, of just interesting people talking to each other and doing interesting things. And so I think there's a little bit of that kind of magic that Julian is hoping to rekindle, and I'm excited to see what he's able to do with it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the content looks like when it's not little preschool kids too. Although I do love that content.
Yeah, he's done
Speaking,
like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. No, you got it.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I think it's super interesting that he's already moved from the like recess therapy short form content into kind of this red carpet presenter. So he is more visible to a larger audience. And now he's, expanding that even more into this late night-esque type of format. I think it's really cool.
It's great. He's like a light. I like his energy, so I'm all for it.
I have no segue. Deja, I think you're
No, it's okay.
I
We
think
have an
you're
update.
I was trying to help, but I
I
am
know.
interested to hear about because I have no idea what this is, but we want to get into Pave the goalie, and Dana is kind of like in ways the goalie expert of this situation. So please
Lots of
tell
goal
tell the
talk.
class.
Thank you so much. Lots of goal talk today because we're also going to talk about some World Cup stuff. But the saga with Pappy the goalie is something that we brought up in Silence Brand earlier this year, back in February. So we did like a side issue based on the drama that was happening. So TLDR on this, earlier this year, this hockey content creator who most of her content was based on like doing reviews for hockey gear and and like, oh, sorry, I totally lost my train of thought right now. She was a creator that would do reviews on gear and equipment. Uh, Tried to share some new equipment that was coming out from a company called Bauer. Bauer did this kind of like backhanded reach out to her to say, hey, we want to feature you. Like, hey, we would love to be in contact. And then they sent her a cease and desist of like, don't talk about our product on socials. So bad
For
news.
showing a catalog that was sent to everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it was super bizarre. It was like
Massive bubble.
it was very strange, massive L. And then a couple other hockey brands stepped in to say like, "Hey, we would love to work with you." And so in the last few months, she has built up a dedicated following. This was also coming off of right after heated rivalries, so there's a big interest in
oh yeah.
hockey in that moment too. So the big bullet points to know are that Pavi is a big creator in the women's hockey space. She was done dirty by Bauer. And now, a couple months later, now we're in June, she released this video where she's talking about, hey, I've made the decision to include Bauer, the brand that did her dirty, in upcoming product reviews. So she felt like she was limiting herself by like excluding this brand, and now there's like this conversation around her content of like, is she being the bigger person because she is putting the past behind her and saying, hey, I want to allow, other options in my content? Or is there a bit of something going on behind the scenes where, did this brand reach out to her in a way that is, is this being sponsored by the brand that she was previously not working with in an effort to put their brand back into the conversation, or is
Yeah,
this just Abby being nice?
I mean, I don't know
I see.
much about hockey. You might be able to guess that from looking at me, but I is it that Bauer just has like that much market share that like she's excluding a large part of products that she would
Yeah,
otherwise not be reviewing?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like there's like three big brands in
Yeah,
the
she's a
hockey
bit of a
space,
monopoly.
and
Call it
yeah.
right.
I mean, I don't think they claimed like this was sponsored, so I'm gonna go with that. Abby just had a change of heart. Like even in the initial video, she wasn't like, I don't know, cussing or anything. She seemed like kind of calm and collected and more hurt, like genuinely hurt from something that she liked.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe she forgave him. Just took a couple months.
which
Shout
is
out.
fair.
Shout out forgiveness.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's like the
Hashtag
opposite of rage
reciprocate.
bait. It's like,
Yeah,
hey,
actually, which we've been so used to lately.
right?
I
It's
think
like
that's why we're so skeptical.
I'm
Right.
so
Yeah, we're
skeptical,
like, what is this?
right? Like for like forgiveness, right? Like what is the opposite of rage bait? Like it's so unusual for someone to just genuinely be nice. We have to be suspicious about it.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Speaking of suspicious things, we noticed that Levi's has been up to something. Censorship at its finest. But also to their benefit, if you haven't seen, they have their logo at stadium. And because the World Cup, obviously FIFA takes precedence right now. So we believe, in our opinion, in our brand marketer expertise, that they've done a great job of playing it up, as well as using social as kind of one of their gearing wheelhouses, just to get people to, again, see how powerful your brand is, even when the color's gone and you
When
kind of,
FIFA makes you cover it
yeah,
up.
when your namesake is like not there, what do you have? And I think they've really shown through this that they are a true legacy brand and know their power.
And just for a little bit of context too, FIFA doesn't allow any brands or like brand advertising within their stadium. So it's just like a blanket rule. So it's not just like a US thing. So yeah, so Levi's logo is covered up with like a big white tarp on the outside of the stadium. But then I've also seen content where the condiments that are at like the bar where you get hot dogs, like the ketchup logos, mustard logos are all just blacked out with tape. I saw another one. I don't know if it's true or not, but it seemed plausible where at one stadium, every stadium seat had the like name of the brand that sponsors the stadium on like every single seat in the entire stadium, and they were all blacked out with little pieces of tape. And it was like, oh my God, someone's job.
I
Someone had to touch every seat with a piece of tape. So
Oh my gosh, that is so tedious.
Probably satisfying though when you're all done.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
the right person, that's the right
Right.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a flow state type gig.
for
Mhm.
That's
sure.
a flow state.
That's a top tier ADHD.
Oh, for real. I've always said that my retirement job is going to be working overnight at Trader Joe's to face all of the cans like on the shelves.
Oh my gosh, that does satisfy me.
I would
Even
just
in the
flow
break.
state. And then, and then I was telling someone that they're like, you could just go do that right now. And I was like, shit.
I mean, it's a good time.
Yes. Also, we saw Gillette do a little play on it as well. This was really cute. I thought this was cute.
Yeah.
You kind of don't know who the brand is, but I think just to like get their FIFA World Cup moment to be involved, I think they did a great job with kind of playing it up.
Yeah, it's a little newsjacking and it's
Yeah.
like it's cute, it's harmless. I think it's clever. So if you can't see the visual, Gillette posted on their Instagram a kind of like doctored photo of the outside of their stadium, and then it looks like there's shaving cream on top of the Gillette logo that's on the stadium. So it's super cute.
And then Levi's comment, oh, so there are favorites. What a slam dunk from
Yeah.
Levi's.
I also think this is the part where Ryan, if he would say, "Is it AI though?"
There.
Glad somebody's here to say it.
It might be.
But it's
God, is that you?
Ryan jump scare.
Voice of God, Ryan.
And then just like a couple other mentions really quick on it. So Levi's is really leaning into this, just because of this opportunity to show how recognizable their brand is if it doesn't have the words and doesn't have the color. So in Vegas right now, they are showing their brand on the side of the big neon trucks that says nothing to see here, and it has like the white logo just driving around. And then also in France at so you guys could go see this if you wanted to. It's not loading for
We
me.
could do
Tis
field
true.
reporting.
You could, yeah, you could go
If you
do
haven't seen it already.
boots on the ground. This isn't loading for me, but they're actually covering up the Levi's logo on the front of their stores with
Oh,
a white
yeah.
tarp. So yeah, no, I think this is like the biggest, to me, the biggest brand win that I've seen come out of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, because
Especially for a brand not like involved in any way. Like they didn't
Right.
sponsor anybody's uniforms, none of that stuff. So it's like they really found their way in.
yeah, for real. Because I mean, who's gonna play soccer in denim?
Right.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I know you probably shouldn't do that.
But we do know a lot about Instagram and Instagram updates. So
Damn, that was good.
That was a
let's give
fantastic
it to
segue.
the people.
Let's get into this.
So,
Uh,
a handful of, I mean, not in this past week, but in the past month, we've seen a handful of Instagram updates. Four big-ish ones.
As the
So
voice of God, I'm coming in to let everyone know that the visual on desktop right now is not what this feature looks like. Desktop shows all captions from all slides of the carousel at once. So imagine it's not doing that.
okay, no, that's
good to
interesting.
know.
Interesting that it's not working properly on desktop. Okay, so
Hmm.
the first one here is every slide in a carousel can now have its own caption, apparently just on mobile. I
Mhm.
haven't tested this out yet, but the functionality from what I've seen in the demos looks pretty cool. You just like slide to the next image in the carousel and you're able to like update it individually. I'm interested to see how long it takes the API to be available to people who use outside schedulers, such as myself,
Ooh.
because this doesn't matter to me at all until I have the option to do it within an external scheduler.
Yeah.
I also am wondering how long it's going to take viewers and people who are just like Instagram users, unless they are following these like updates channels, to know that there's a new feature for it, because I don't always look at the caption while I'm swiping. Like sometimes I'll get to the end and I'll look at it, or I'll do it like at the beginning if there's, but I don't really think that, I don't know necessarily if that's a behavior that users will have right off the bat, and they might just have to stumble into it. So interesting to see there as well.
Yeah, I wonder if like if it would catch your attention if you see the text change because I that's how
True.
I've noticed it is I see like the words down there moving. I'm like, oh, what's going on? But totally, I even like myself, I usually am like zooming into the picture or I'm like, sharing it or something. So that makes sense.
I also wonder if this is a push from Instagram to get people to post more native in feed,
Mhm.
because overall there's been a trend in the last couple of years of posting, not from a brand side, but from a user consumer standpoint. Like I feel like regular people are posting in feed less, and more Instagram action is happening within within stories, within DMs. So yeah, I wonder if this is a push to get more people posting content back on feed.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know if people would want, is that the number one feature that would get, us? I don't post in feed actually, now that I'm thinking about it, and I don't think this would change that.
I'm such a stories girl.
Yeah.
Which the concept of like people using like describing everything in a photo dump, every photo, that to me like takes away the mystique of
Right.
of the photo dump, is
Yeah.
I
Very
want no
basic.
context.
Very like
Like I don't,
2000.
not everything needs to be explained.
Hmm.
I
True.
agree. But feed arrangement or grid arrangement, I can get behind.
Yep.
So I do appreciate that. Just to when you're wanting to tell a story properly, or when you accidentally like, okay, wait, that wasn't quite the order I wanted to go in. I'm
Mhm.
down for that.
Yeah, I used it most recently because on my Instagram I had like two pictures of a parasol next to each other. I'm like, oh, if I could just break it up, and then I got
Yeah.
so I love it. I'm all here for it too.
Yeah, that's good. And nice to see it in real time because I haven't used it yet, so that's great.
I used it one time just to see how it worked because I had two posts that were too similar next to each other, just like what Janina's
Oh
saying,
yeah.
where I was like, oh, this like the we just timed this in a weird way where the post from yesterday and the post from today were very similar. Um, but yeah, so if that's my use case and it's your use case, what are the other use cases?
Right.
Maybe I mean I don't know because I feel like the grid doesn't matter as much, but maybe if you're having a campaign and you want like the feed or the grid to look
Yeah.
a certain way, I could
Yeah.
see that. Like I could have
I will
done
say
that.
it matters to me.
Yeah.
I care about my grid. I post once a year, and it needs to be great.
Very curated.
Yeah, I have not bought into the Instagram Plus situation.
Mhm.
So I don't know again who the target audience for that is yet. Story rewatches, I don't know. I hope that doesn't like deter people because the whole thing is like we want more people on the platform, but then they're also like, oh, I can't be mysterious if everyone knows I'm rewatching their story.
I,
So
I do think this is one of the more interesting features from the bunch. They are allowing users to see, Instagram Plus subscribers to see how many times that their stories have been viewed, like again, how many like multiple story views. What am I trying to say? Okay.
you got it.
Uh, and this was interesting to me. I don't think that they're showing the exact users who are rewatching the story. There we
I
go.
thought that was the case.
Um,
I thought,
which
yeah.
I think is good. But I'm interested to see how many people are going to be sirened by just the number aspect of it. Like if this is really like a thing that I'm just not in the demographic for, that is really going to be hype with the teenagers who are super anxious.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think echoing what Dana said in Discord earlier this week, because I was talking about this and I was like, you know what? 10 years ago, this they would have got me with this because I used to have apps that would like alert me if someone unfollowed me because I'm like,
Oh
I'm not gonna
yeah.
follow you back.
Yeah.
So definitely, maybe they're trying to have more like engagement with younger users, and you can't see that on, I don't know, Snapchat. Maybe you can see it on Instagram. So we'll see.
It feels messy. The whole thing feels so messy.
A
And like
bit.
almost like toxic. Like I thought we're trying to not be like I don't know like why we want to care about that and be more. I mean, I used to like literally check all the time like how many watched me, and I just feel like it's like an addictive behavior. Like, aren't we trying to call
Yeah.
out that?
Yeah.
Well,
And
maybe.
so Instagram Plus is $3.99 a month, and just looking at the larger list of, so they've included what, nine, I can't count, 15 bullet points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's none of these here that are like super enticing for me. There's story spotlight, give your story priority, so you just get pushed to the front of the line.
Mhm.
Super hearts, send vibrant animated hearts that burst across the screen to celebrate stories from friends. Like, I don't, what is that? Like,
Yeah.
that's not anything.
Maybe profile pins or like custom bio font
Oh, the font.
situation.
Yeah,
Oh,
Then yeah,
that's cute.
maybe.
But
That's
this
Tumblr.
all feels like stuff that would appeal more to brands,
Yeah, those say
honestly,
brands or
or
influencers
creators.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Maybe
it
you know what?
almost,
Yeah, all the advertising. Maybe that's the move.
Mhm. I
maybe, or
mean, for the right person, it's a write-off, so we'll see.
that's true. We love a write-off.
Indeed.
But then yeah, like story extender, like leave your story up for 48 hours instead of 24. Like I don't post it twice.
No.
Like why do you have to
Yeah.
pay $4?
Right. Like,
So I have a question. What feature would get you to pay for Instagram Plus? Like for me, I like something that I thought
Ooh.
about was like I need you to show me who is not following me back. I think like that would like just in one view,
yes,
just not have to
That
like
shit.
manually check. I don't know. I
because
think
I
that
refuse to go through all of that now.
hmm
Oh yeah,
But
I
yeah,
can't be
that
bothered with
one. I might pay for it for a month to do that for
exactly
sure.
like yeah,
Yeah, a clean
a week
house
trial.
and
Give me a
Just
week.
sweep it on up.
that. But then also like that isn't beneficial for Instagram because you're like unfollowing, right? Like
Exactly.
that hurts the vanity metric of followers and that hurts the, super hyper interconnected.
Mhm.
Another one I would, if they gave like the option to like change the shape of your feed, like how they did Square, I'd pay every month to have my squares back.
Oh,
And chronological feeds, I'd pay for both of those.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's so funny because if they offered like $3.99 a month to have your chronological feedback, there's already been the discourse of like people say that they want it, but then they get it and they will not like
Mhm.
it.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which I think is true because it just makes the app not addictive, which I
Right.
think some people would be disinterested by. I do remember when Snapchat Plus came out, back when I used Snapchat, and people started changing the backgrounds in our conversation. I was like, I hate this. Like you've called yourself out. With this is not something that we need to be doing. Um,
Wait, the Instagram chat backgrounds or DM
or
back?
the no, the Snapchat Plus, like because those people
Oh,
can also like you can see when people half swipe on your photos or whatever. It was
okay.
like a really also like this a random assortment of features specifically designed to target a very like what I think is like a young and vulnerable demographic
Yeah,
online.
sure.
Um, so I don't know. I can't say that I'm fully for this, but
Oh, yeah, I was
it
gonna say
is.
like I actually love changing my background in DMs. Call me crazy.
There we go. Yeah. Um,
Maybe we should run a special. If you're gonna give Instagram $3.99 a month, what if you just gave us $3.99 a month and
And
we'll
speaking of a
Right.
special,
what
Oh, and speaking of a special, if you
That was great.
the voice
Excellent.
of
Thank you,
God
voice
came
of
down
God.
and told us to do a promo. Uh
Yes.
Silence Brand, our lives are powered by Ecamm. Uh that's all I got. No,
They are silent. So Ecamm is a Mac application that is super easy to use. It helps you set up your live streams, pre-recorded videos. You can stream to multiple different platforms. We're currently on Substack, LinkedIn, Instagram, in different formats. So we're on vertical, we're on horizontal, depending on where you're watching us. And this is just an excellent little program. And you can go to ecamm.com/silencebrand to check it out.
and you'll save 15% off your first payment with promo code Silence Brand.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, time for the thumbnail before we say goodbye.
Oh yeah, I have something in my eye.
Should we clink?
Yeah, I'm like, what's the theme this time?
We don't. There you go.
Sorry for what you drink in.
Now it's nothing because it's empty.
Okay, we got it. Great job, everybody. Oh, no
I
issue
could.
on Friday because it's Juneteenth and we don't.
Happy Juneteenth.
Yes.